Stasa23 here. In today's knife therapy, we have a new Volstead knife. If you haven't seen any of my reviews on these knives yet, go check them out. But this one right here absolutely blew me away. This is the Volstead Nightshade LT. I absolutely love this as far as a excellent cutter. This is supposed to mimic the Shinlin cutter, I think it is. And that's a slip joint. If you haven't used something with that downward curve like that, it is awesome. That's kind of like a recurve, trapping whatever you're cutting. And the more you go into it, the deeper it's going to get with that belly. Love this one. Definitely go check out my review and testing if you hadn't seen it. They have two different versions, black G10, gray G10. This is satin. You can also get it in stonewash. Another awesome one. This is their Bellamy with this beautiful, beautiful cross-cut carbon fiber. I love, that's my favorite type of carbon fiber is this side cut. I think it looks so good. It just shimmers and changes when the light hits these different layers of the carbon fiber. And this one has a beautiful clip point on it. And the action on these are just stellar. Very, very drop shut on both of these. This one is absolutely ridiculous if you didn't see that. Yeah, no blade play either. And yeah, this one is in M390. This one's in 154 cm. And the OEM for these is Kizer. And yeah, Kizer's been killing it here lately. So they got a new one that I've been having for about a week. And this is the new Volstead Thunderbird. Now, this is a full-size EDC knife. I think it's a little over 8 inches. Give you some quick size reference between the Bellamy and the Nightshade. So, that's pivot to pivot. And let's go butt to butt just so you get an overall length. So, as you can see, it's a decent bit longer than the Bellamy. And it's going to dwarf the Nightshade, just especially because of that. Let's see if I can cant it down like that. So there you go. So yeah, it's a big one, but it carries like a much smaller knife because it's fairly lightweight. It's got this, I don't know, kind of like a Spanto-ish blade. I don't know what you want to call it. You could call it a harpoon. It's got the harpoon going down with the harpoon tip. You have a harpoon, maybe drop point or clip point, whatever you want to call that. I'd call it a drop point tanto. Harpoon, drop point tanto. So whatever name you want to come up with that, it's all the merrier is fine. They have this variation right now with the red Topo G10. It's like a G-Mascus kind of. It's pretty sweet looking. God, the stuff there, the stuff that companies are doing now with G10 and carbon fiber micarta is just amazing. I'm so glad they're kind of trying new things so we don't have the same boring stuff over and over again. And that stuff looks like it'd be expensive. And this one has a satin blade. The other variation, I'll pop it up on the screen now. That one is green, dark green Topo with a black wash blade. I think that one looks very interesting as well. They sent me this one out for review. I would have probably picked up the other one just because I'm not a huge satin fan, but that said, this one does look really nice. Your blade steel on these is S35VN. I will have links to the knife in the description. Plus, if you want to get $10 off, you can join the Volstead Knife group on Facebook. I will also leave a link down in the description for that if you want to do that. This comes in at $129 as it stands, so you can get it for $10 less than you can get it for $119. Let's see. Now, this is something I'm not really grasping here. They're featuring their all-new Trek lock. To me, it's a button lock, okay? And I'm guessing this is the difference between this one and a normal button lock because they got a patent pending on this Trek lock. It combines multiple deployment options. So I'm guessing that's the difference between others. So what it is a button lock, and it's got that meat tenderizer end on it. It's got that recess to keep you from accidentally disengaging it. And it has an internal stop pin, as you can see. An internal stop pin with a track in the blade right here, so that stop pin can ride on that track or through that track, and then also a track, the same track that the button lock goes through. So I'm guessing that is why they're calling it something different, but it's basically a button lock that has multiple opening methods that you can have. You have your traditional back flipper with jimping there, comes out nice and hard. You have a front flipper, as you can see, this protrudes over the top. Got a little hump right there, so you can kind of grab it there if you want and do it. Or you can grab it a little bit further back and do it. I'm not too great at front flipping, but if you like it. Then you have the trifecta. Your third option, you have the blade hole. So you can easily reverse flick it, or you can actually even use the button, flip it out like a gravity style knife. You could also catch that fuller right there if you want. You can easily catch that fuller. You can thumb flick it, thumb roll it. So yeah, this one's definitely a fidgeter's dream. You also have a place you can choke up right here where that sharpening choil comes in. They cut it all the way down right there. So if you want to get right up on that blade, you can, and it's fairly comfortable. One thing that I did notice, I haven't started the testing yet, so this is just, initial feelings. I don't usually like when you have these deep choils, kind of like on the Ontario Rat Model 2. I can't use this knife because of how deep that choil is. It's uncomfortable for my hands. Now, the full-size one's better because it's got more room, and this one is not as bad for me as the Rat 2 because you don't have it. It's not pulled up back right here. So you can either go right here and you're locked in where you had jimping right here in the blade. They probably should have extended it all the way to the end right there just because that's where my thumb ends. Or if you want to choke up, get right up on that edge, you can easily do that too. That's pretty sweet. You have internal nested stainless steel liners that have been skeletonized. That's always nice to see. Let me see if I can get my flashlight. There you go. Skeletonized on the top and bottom, and they're half liners, as you can see. They're just enough to house the locking system right there. You have the wire pocket clip. Love it. It works excellent. It goes in and out of the pocket nicely, and you don't have any hard edges that are going to catch like your door or your seats or something, or your couch cushions. It is reversible, tip up only, excellent drop-free action. The back spacer is copper on this one, and it's not really my favorite look here. I think I would have rathered a black G10 back spacer more. I don't know. I'm not sure that color really goes, good together. Maybe I'd love to hear y'all thoughts down below. I do like how they put the hidden lanyard pin on the dark green one with the black blade. You have a brass backspacer. That one probably looks a lot better, in my opinion, just that dark with the pop-o color. So yeah, overall, I like the knife so far. I'm going to start the testing this weekend, and I think it's going to be promising because this right here, you have a nice hollow grind that comes down, feels like to a nice thin edge. And then your harpoon point right here has it looks like a flat grind, and you have a pretty robust tip for doing piercing task or, starting a cut like into a bottle or something. So yeah, that is the Thunderbird. I'd love to hear y'all thoughts on this new model for Vosteed. I know the last two have been super popular for them, especially my favorite, the Nightshade LT. This is such a good knife. I have both variations. Love the Nightshade, and the Bellamy, another excellent knife with the beautiful materials. I like how they're you know, using different materials. You got, you know, just smooth contoured G10 on this one that looked nice. It works for this knife. And then this one, you have this nice cross-cut carbon fiber. It looks nice. And you have M390 blade. This one's nice and slicey too, and it's got that needle point on here. These are, I think, back in stock. I know they went out of stock for a while, but this one has the back flipper right here, and it has the top flipper as well. And then the new Firebird. They have another one that they sent me to check out as like a ghost review. And yeah, that one I'm super excited about, but it didn't sound like they were super excited about it. So I'd love to hear y'all thoughts. If you want to pick one of these up right now, I will have a link. I don't know if they're limited or anything. Usually they're, you know, more premium steel knives. They usually do a run of those, and then just like on that Nightshade, they did a more budget friendly, so more people can have a chance at buying it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing, amazing Friday. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.